Okay, welcome back to one more session on Lean Six Sigma. And we are going to see that very important topic today. Okay, so that is very, very important and very effective in the order. So we are going to see that what are all the things we are going to cover in this particular week is completely the practical session of it, right? So what we are going to, whatever we learned so far, how we are going to implement that in our day-to-day operation, right? That's what we are going to look into. See, the first one, when we talked about our lean methodology, we are trying to identify the bottleneck of our process. See, for example, my capacity is 20 pieces per hour. Okay, we will take that into the production methodology so that you can easily understand, right? See, my capacity is around 20 pieces per hour. So my bottleneck is, see, here the capacity is 20 and here is my capacity is 20. My bottleneck is in between, there is one particular process. My capacity is only 5. So in that scenario, what will happen? I am not able to deliver the 20 per hour as per my recommendation. So I'll give it in a context with RCM. See, for example, I am getting a workflow, right? For example, I have to address my workflow is around, I have 5 people. I am expecting 40 production per day. That is my capacity is around 200. In that, one person is not able to do 40 and he is doing only 20. So in that scenario, what will happen? There is a bottleneck, right? I am not able to deliver the expected production out of it. That will become my bottleneck of it. See, the bottleneck may be your employee or the bottleneck may be your process. See, for example, I'm sending 40 claim for my appeal process. In the appeal process, it is not 40 is not going out. It's going only 20. So in that scenario, my problem is my bottleneck need to be identified. So I have to understand in my process flow, what is the bottleneck? It's not only for the manufacturing, even for your RCM workflow, you have to understand what is your bottleneck, what are all the process you have, and then how we are going to manage it. This is very important scenario. We will call this as a TOC, theory of constraint. Unless I understand the constraint, okay, I am not able to solve my problem. See, we'll consider this scenario. I have a coding problem, right? I am sending as a AR, I am pushing around 200 coding review to my coder. But here my coders are available only to do only 100 claim. See, in that scenario, what will happen? All my 200 will become 100 as a backlog here. So I'm going to see that results of the backlog will in terms of my AFL, right? That is your bottleneck. You have to understand the bottleneck and how we are going to maximize this bottleneck production problem into the effective problem, right? Effective solution of the problem, right? As we discussed, we are need to be called as a problem solver, right? We are not afraid of the problem. We are going to understand the problem and then identify the solution. We'll call this as a bottleneck analysis. In your workflow, please try to do this and then understand. This is one of the very important concept in Lean Six Sigma that is called TOC, right? And coming here, okay, the 8D training presentation. This is very, very important one. As I discussed in the last week also, whenever you get any of your problem, the 8D methodology is very, very effective. It will give a permanent solution if you are able to implement it in the 8D solution method. This is the very, very effective and it is very proven. See, what we are going to do here is we are going to do this 8D training methodology in this class so that you will understand what are all the things it need to be filled in and how I'm going to solve my problem, right? See, what I'm going to do here is I'll put this Excel into your WhatsApp group, okay? And you can go there and then start filling it out, okay? So let me open and then explain first, okay? See, this is the method. Okay, this is created by AD problem solving method. See, it will have a lot of detail. Okay, you may think that why I need this, why I need to fill this. Okay, that may be your initial thought, right? When you see this effectiveness of this particular solving, the problem solving methodology, it is one of the wonderful solution. You are going to see it in the RCM mainly. See, for example, you take any of your client escalation happened within a month, right? You start filling this. Okay, what is my project name? You give that escalation as a project name. See, for example, client is coming back and saying that I'll take one rough example. Okay, the client is saying that you didn't add at the modifier. That is my project name. Okay, missing modifier on this CPT code on this particular scenario. You write down here when you are going to create. Today you are going to create it and your name. And here, first one, why did this project need to start? See, you are giving a reason why, right? Why I need to start the project. If I didn't start the project, client is going to identify this again and again, and I am going to be in the trap, right? See, for example, client would have been mentioned one invoice number. Why you didn't add at the modifier? You can solve the problem by adding a modifier and then you can close it out, right? But do you think the problem will end forever? It is going to come back, right or wrong? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We will
sir.
receive it.
Yes,
Definitely
yes.
it's going to come back, right? See, when you push the ball inside the water, what will happen? I want to hide my ball, right? The air-filled ball into the water. What will happen? It will come full force in the backside. So when you identified one, and if you didn't fix it, client will come back and say that another 10, another 10. They will give full list. So how I am going to solve this? So this project will become my important aspects. See here, I am going to form a team. For every escalation, you create a team there. Okay. What is the project team lead's name? It may not be the team leader. I'm going to assign one leader for this particular problem to solve. And who are all the team members? And who is a subject matter expert on this particular project? Now I'm going to define my problem. See, as we discussed, we have a methodology, right? 5Y and 1H we discussed. Here I'm using 5Y and then 2H methodology. Okay. Who created this problem? What is the problem? When it has happened? Where it has happened? Why it has happened? How it has happened? How many is getting affected? So usually this how many is not a place, right? Since we are working on the RCM, I added this as a how many and we are going to get down. See what you need to do? You have to write down by step. Who is the problem, right? Who created the problem? What is the problem? When is the problem? Everything you have to write down here in the single sentences. Or if you want to give a context, please write down. And here, see, when the problem is coming in, I have a two way of closing it out. One, I have an interim contentment. Okay, immediate closure, right? See what I'm going to do. What are the customer is getting negatively impacted by this problem? Obviously, right? The modifier is missing. They are going to lose their revenue, and that is their problem, right? And if you come back here, next one, identify the root cause. So here, what we need to do is conduct the 7 waste analysis in the value stream map and then use the Ishikawa diagram or 5Y analysis. I'm going to take that modifier is missing. I'll ask 5 times Y or I'll put that into the Ishikawa diagram or I'll put it in the VSM. What is the VSM? It is a value stream mapping, how the process is getting stabilized. Okay, I'll add here. And next one, implement and then validate the permanent corrective action. See, your permanent corrective action based on this particular scenario. Okay, you identify and then bring your permanent corrective problem. And second one, take this particular one. Okay, take preventive measures. Okay, whatever you identified here, I am going to take the preventive measure. Right. Second one, it's close and then congratulate the team. Okay, the team who created, you just monitor is it the permanent fix or a temporary fix, and how I'm going to get it done. Okay, this is the way we are going to close this project. See, this will become, it seems to be very simple for you. See, I used to follow this method very religiously when I worked in the company called Calpion. Okay, there I handled around 27 small projects. Okay, you know very well, right? Individual doctors handling is a very tough. The doctor will come back and ask, what happened to my patient who attended last month on the third day? In that two, one is paid, other one is not paid. They will go to the transaction level detail. So this 80 problem solving is very, very helpful for us, and we are able to do very successfully in this method. See, what we are going to do here is I'm going to put that into your WhatsApp group. What you need to do is take some time, identify your immediate problem. Okay, take the hard problem. Then only you will remember what's happening there. Okay. See, if you don't have any problem in the operation, then you are not in the operation, right? So without problem, there is no operation. We are here to solve the problem only. So follow the steps. There are 8D, right? This is D0, D1, D2, everything you have to write down. Okay. Once you complete it, please send me your Excel to me. Let me review, and then if any comment or suggestion I have to give, let me give that. Okay. So we'll take for this class purpose. Okay, we'll take any one scenario and then we'll drill down to give an answer. So anyone can share your problem. What is that we can discuss today? Give your problem. Any one problem, we'll take it and then we'll go to the code.
Rajesh, last week I discussed medical records is the problem, Rajesh, for the infusion, home
Medical.
infusion.
No, I didn't get you.
Medical records denial.
Okay, we'll take medical records.
Medical records denial.
Correct, correct. Yes. So the medical records denial, we'll take that as a scenario. Right. What is the issue here? Medical record you didn't apply, or what is the escalation you received?
Escalation is like from the content escalation, we were not attaching the proper medical record. Example, for the
Okay.
infusion, we
Mhm.
have to attach delivery ticket, progressive notes,
Okay.
FedEx
Incorrect.
confirmation. So
Okay.
sometimes if we miss,
Incorrect medical records attached. Okay, that is your
yeah,
project. Right. So you mentioned the date. Okay, when you are going to
yes,
create it,
correct.
it is created by. So we'll put your name. Okay, and then why? Why this project is needed? You give a written write up, right? For example, incorrect MR. Our team is sending the MR for this particular denial. And this attaching the MR is very important to make the revenue. Second one, the attaching the correct medical record is going to give you the proper revenue. These are all the steps you are going to do. That's your plan, right? You add your plan. And second one, for that you create a team. See, for example, you are the team, right? You write your name. And if you want to add the team member, you please add here the team member name, who is the medical subject matter expert. And now we are going to add here as a 5W and 2H. Okay. Who is sending the wrong medical record? What is mean by wrong medical record? Okay, when we send the wrong medical record, where we send the wrong medical record, why we send them wrong medical record, how we send them wrong medical record. You write down here, right? See, for example, what you need to do. First thing, you write down, okay, who sent. Second, next line, you write, okay, what we sent, when we sent. Okay, like that, you give a complete description of the problem using this 5W and 2H. Right. So now what is the solution you picked up? What you would have been done? Manjula, can you explain what you did as an interim solution?
Okay, interim solution like Rajesh, we kept a checklist. Whenever users are
Correct.
creating the medical records, they have to go with the checklist and fill the forms.
Right. So I am creating a checklist and then I'm putting 100% quality audit. That may be my interim solution. Now, see, now I'm going to identify the root cause of the problem. What is my root cause? You go to your Ishikawa program. Okay. What is the man method? We have a system, right? You go back and then ask why they are sending a incorrect medical record. Get answer. Again, you put one more why. Okay, why they are doing this? Why they are doing this? Continuously, you ask 5 times why, and you identify the root cause. Add into the Ishikawa diagram. Okay, that is going to give you your root cause. Don't prepare this 5 why only by you. Whatever the member you added as a team member, please add them and then ask this question. Fill this here. Okay, and then from that root
Okay.
cause, you are going to create a permanent corrective action. See, giving a checklist, okay, putting a quality, these are all interim solution. It cannot be the permanent one, right? So what is the permanent solution? Based upon this why, this is going to give you your basic problem. From there, you come back and then identify what is your permanent corrective action, right? And then here, for doing that permanent corrective action, what is the preventive measure I'm going to take? See, why the problem could not be prevented beforehand, right? So before the client identified, how I'm going to identify, how I'm going to execute my preventive plan. This you need to document, and then you are going to close. See, the point here is why we are asking you to fill this is once you start filling, you will start getting 100 different questions. How I'm going to solve this? How I'm going to create this? So this is the power of this particular thing. And second thing, whenever you create this, okay, for example, this is for MR, right? Create here, it's an MR and then give a number. Okay, for example, 01. And in the month of 02, I'm creating. Okay, or we'll create 01 February, right? This is the my problem solving. If you start categorizing it, you can see that where is the miss out from this particular first thing and what are all the things I am improving. If you start doing this very, very effective practice. Whenever I get any of the escalation, I'll start the AD problem solving method with my team, right? And I'll ask the team lead to take a lead and then fill everything here. And he will be the owner of this particular process to make sure this problem never comes, right? That's the way you have to align your team and you have to understand the problem. See, I'm giving again and again, I'm stressing more. This 8D is a powerful methodology which is going to make you as a problem solver, right? Everyone want to become a CPO, right? Chief Problem Solving Officer, PSO, right? This is a very effective tool. You are going to get that, right? Practice it. I'll add here next class when you come. I want each one to show this with the project. Okay. Don't think it's not going to help you out. Try that. I have 100% confident on this AD problem solving method, and you are going to see the results. Okay. With this, I'm closing this one and I'm moving back to the same session again. Here, what we are going to do here is the 8D problem solving. Yes, I'm going to work on this particular passion and I'm going to solve my problems. And each and every problem, whatever you identified, we will consider that as a voice of customer. For that voice of customer, what the solution I am creating, right? This is the important one and document it and then keep it in the file so that you can go on the interview when once I get a problem in 3 months before, right? How I solved it, why it never come back, right? It's already solved completely. How I'm going to do it, right? See, so somebody will ask, right? I did it. It's coming. What I need to do? Yes. How many people have the same question? Many, right? I did all this kind of exercise, but I'm getting it again. So for that, one more powerful tool. After you do all this AD, you identify this, you completed your AD, again it is coming back. You have to use this PDCA. So PDCA is a very, very effective and very powerful one, which is similar to your AD. When the problem solved in one hand, we are good. If it is not solving, we are going to start the PDCA. PDCA is nothing but it is a plan, do, check, and act. Right? How many of you see that how the grinder is grinding the flour? Right? So what do you do? My wife will go and then take the flour and then see consistency is good or not. If not, what they will do? Again, they will allow to run, right? The same way. You start your planning, do the action, check it, everything is fixed, right? And then act. If it is not there, again, put that one more time. Plan, do, check, act. Second cycle. Once you completed the first cycle, it should complete your problem. If not, second cycle, you identify the gaps and then fix it. So this very, very powerful method. Okay, when you know the problem, when you know the solution, this is the only way to fix it, right? See, for example, I'll consider the previous example, what she informed, Manju informed, claim denied, or I'm not attaching the correct medical record, right? That is my problem. Do I know my solution? What is the solution here? Hello, excuse me. We have a solution here or not?
Yes, we have a solution, right?
Yes, Rajesh, we have.
We have a solution. So when you have a problem, and you know the solution, this is the method to solve, right? Plan, do, and check and act, right? So this is the template for plan, do, check, and act. See, whenever you are going to start any project, this is the way the project should be done. Okay, this is the template. See, what is your problem? Okay, here you identify the root cause of the problem. This is similar to the AD. Okay, this will be the more easiest form compared to AD. So here I'm going to describe this particular problem. See, for example, what I took here is a claim denied for eligibility is my problem. Okay. Here, what I did, I went back to identify what is my three major location creating this particular problem. You know very well, right? How we'll do. We used to go for the 80-20 scenario by Pareto. In that, I identified the top three is my problem, right? And then what is a major miss? See, in that, I went through the pair-wise. Here, my issue is Medicare and MCO is my major problem. So I list down here. I'm going to start that. This is my location when it started. Okay, March month, April, and May. What is my average? This is my trending. Okay, this is my root cause of the problem. This I'm defining my problem. This is what my problem is. This is my plan. So I'm taking this particular problem and I'm going to do the 5 why analysis, right? Why my patient is not active? One, patient is not active. Fine. Why it is not active? Patient insurance information is not updated correctly by the front desk, right? Why they are not updating correctly? Front desk people is new. No real-time eligibility is working. This is my problem. Next question. Why they are new? Why it is not working? The question answer is whole team member moved to a different process. Right, fine. So why they moved? There is some backlog in other process. So you understand, right? It's not an eligibility problem. What is the problem here? The people who used to work is not there. They missed the process. That is your problem. So we identified they are new. So what do you need to do? We are identifying what is the training I'm going to give for the new member. And second, on old team member move to a different process, set the training mechanism before any changing happening. What is the process? I'm setting the process here, right? Whenever the people are moving out, what is the training? What I'm going to give? This is based on my 5 why analysis. Now, based on this, I'm going to set my goal. Okay, what is the goal here? This is do, right? So this is my do part. So take charge request report for every three sites. For this three sites, I'll take the charge report and I'll check the eligibility and then file the claim correct to the correct insurance and I'll check the eligibility. This is the plan I'm doing. I'll do. And what I'm going to check here, check the work claim, validate if the denied is eligibility is fixed or not. Okay, if anything is not fixed, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to start the process again. Okay, plan, do, and then check and then act. Okay, set the success rate of the continuous. See, for example, I identify three problem in the location. What I'll do, I'll check point on the location. I'll give a training and then I'll make sure that whatever they already checked and then coming to my charts, I'm going to check the eligibility and then I'm going to check whether these claims are getting paid or not paid. What is my tracking mechanism? This is called plan, do, check, and act. See, this will work once you know your problem and once you know the solution. Right? Any question in PDCA?
No, sir.
So it is very clear and straightforward, right? See, if you compare here, this will be the permanent resolution of your problem. And this is the way we are going to act on. Okay, these two are very, very powerful. Take some time. Okay, I understand Saturday, Sunday is the only time we have. But compare, some people are working only for 1 day is a holiday, 6 days they are working. Okay, I don't want to compare the full day. Spend 1 hour max. Okay, I am not asking more than that. Prepare one project for AD, prepare one project for PDCA. Very simple project. You take very simple project, but follow the steps religiously. Okay, ask this. You have to write. Okay, by seeing this, if you think that I know I can manage it, it is not going to help you out. Okay, I'll make it very clear. You have to write. Then only you will understand where you are missing That is going to give you, I'm not asking you to write every project, only one project that is for your growth, okay, your understanding. Please do that. Okay. 8D and your PDCA. I'm going to share it. See, I'm going to share one project where we did successfully in one of my client side. We did the same thing in the PDCA cycle. This is the only methodology we use to solve that particular problem. Okay, we took that, we identified what is my problem. Okay, if you want, I can share this also. So the project what I discussed on, this what we did in that particular company. And we are able to resolve our complete eligibility issue. If not, we will start again with the plan, do, and check act. Second cycle, it will fix everything, right? This one example I want to share with you so that you will get a guidance what we did. See here, this is a template. Okay, this is a generalized template. What I'm using here is a different template. Use whatever you want. See, this is a method. Okay, this is created by Deming. It's a powerful lean template. Okay, use this. Okay, what is your problem? Okay, this is a what, when, where. All this you try to fill. Okay, you use any of this and then you come to a conclusion what you are going to do. When you start this as a project planner, you can see your success rate will be in front of you. Okay, I'm going to share that. This is a generalized problem solving. Multiple methods are there. Cobra effect, iceberg, okay, river of waves, a lot of things are there. I don't want to get inside. So this what I want to cover for this week. So your practical session this week is PDCA cycle and 8D problem solving. Definitely you are going to fill it. And we are going to cover that in the next week. Okay, so we have only 3 more weeks to complete. With that, we are closing our green belt session. Okay, get ready. And then once you are done, see, once you practice this, your project report will become very easy for you. Right? That's what I'm trying to say. Right? The project will be very, very helpful for you. And then start that and then try to get this done. Okay, clear?
Sure, sir. Sure.
Right.
Rajesh,
Once
sure.